There's an exciting recent development in Google Classroom. You can now add questions to YouTube videos inside Classroom. Under your Classwork tab, click on Create the way you normally do when you're creating an assignment. You'll notice there's a new sign on YouTube here. First, let's give our assignment a title. I'm going to call this the cell. Give some brief instructions. I'll view the video and answer the questions, please. Then click where it says YouTube. It's going to give you a spot to paste a URL or web address. I've found this video from Khan Academy about biology. So with any video in YouTube, I can click this share button and it will give me the chance to copy the URL. I'm now going to go back to classroom, excuse me, and use Control V to paste that address. Then it's going to bring up my video. Notice I now have the option to add questions. So if I click add questions, it will begin playing the video, or I can begin playing the video.
You might already have some type of a notion of what a cell is.
So I can find the places as I'm watching the video that I want to add a question, and I can add questions throughout the video. So let's say I want to add a question early on. Now, normally I'd be watching this video, but for the sake of making this video, we're not going to watch it. Let's just say I'm ready to add a question at 21 seconds in. So I click the add button. Notice I have three choices. I can do multiple choice, check boxes, or open-ended questions. Let's start with multiple choice. All right, so I add my question here. In biology, a cell is, and here's where I put my choices, okay? Um, I'm gonna, the most basic unit of life, place where prisoners are kept. Don't judge me on my tests. My tests. This is just for example purposes, okay? Or is it a virus? So now I need to mark what's the correct answer, and I'll do that here, and I will save and
Made up of
continue.
at least one cell.
All
So
right.
most basic unit.
So let's say further into this video, I want to add
You see
another
the
question.
membrane right over here. And this is just a
So I'm going to click my add button again. All right. So I'm going to do a checkbox question. And with a checkbox question, students can choose more than one answer. So I'm going to say, place a check by every statement that is accurate. And again, I add my answer options. So cells are complex. Um, all cells are one size. Um, cells have a membrane. I think I forgot to do it on the last question, but I can take away extra boxes if I don't need them. I can go back and edit the other one. So I'm going to save and
cross
continue.
section. You could imagine a three-dimensional.
All right. Let's see if it will let me do that. All right. Yes, I can take away option 4,
Made up.
save and continue. Okay. And go back to select. See, I forgot to select the correct answers. Isn't that nice? It will let you know when you mess up. That's good. So my correct answers are cells are complex, cells have a membrane,
The
save
cross
and
section. You could
continue.
imagine a three-dimensional.
All right. Let's do one more. So way almost at the end of the video, I want to add an open-ended question. So I'll ask, what was the most important thing you learned about cells? All right,
That's what's
save and
mind-blowing.
continue.
Because even at that.
So if I'm finished and I'm ready, the great thing I can do right now is I can try this as a student. So, and this is something you'll want to do. So if I click on this, it will actually take me through and I could watch this video if I click get started, and I could go through it just like a student would. So I can see if I've made a mistake or if it doesn't look right. But when I'm ready, I can attach it to the assignment. So if I click attach, notice how it jumps right in here, and then I can just go ahead and assign that like any other assignment. Here we go. And so now I have an assignment that I've just made, and I have one that I can get rid of here that's a draft. All right, so in just a minute, we're going to look at what it looks like when students submit that assignment. Okay, I'm back in classroom. I've deployed my assignment, and if I click on it, I can see, someone has turned the assignment in. So just like any other assignment, I click on it and I can see that it was Julie Dunn who has turned in this assignment. So if I click on it, I can see the details, just like every other assignment. It will show me question by question and there's only 3 questions in this case. Because this one's open-ended, then it has not given it a grade as correct or incorrect. Julie got the other 2 questions correct, and down here, I can read her response and then choose correct or incorrect, or I can leave it as ungraded, but I'm going to give it a correct grade. And so now, just like any other assignment, I can go ahead and give Julie a grade, give private comments, and then I can return that grade to her. Now, one of the other cool things I can do is I can look at all of my students. Okay, I can see if more than one student had submitted this, I'd be able to look at it problem by problem to see how my students did as a group, and this will help me realize maybe where are the areas that I need to reteach. And so, as you can see, this is a pretty awesome addition to Google Classroom. I hope you will give it a try.